Record, guys. So what we have discussed in the last class, guys, tell me what we have discussed. What is our concepts that we discussed in the last class, guys?
Sir, we discussed about how to create databases and
Right.
file groups.
Okay. So
Port number creation.
port number, yes, changing port number and all, right? Changing port number, restarting the SQL server, right? So these things we have discussed, right? So in today's class, I'll tell you how to create a table, okay? How to create a table, guys. So anyone remember the logical hierarchy and physical hierarchy of the tables? How the tables are going
Yes,
to
sir.
be stored in the
Yes, sir.
logical-
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What are the logical hierarchies, guys?
Sir, logical is SQL server.
Okay.
Then SQL server is databases and
Okay.
databases that contain to the
Databases,
schema and
schemas, tables.
schema that contain to the table.
Yes, very good. And physical hierarchy?
Sir, SQL server one is instance is contain databases contain to the data files, MDF and NDF files, and that content to the data
Log files and data
log
files.
files.
data files.
Then pages and extent. Pages is stored in allocation unit and
Not
basic
pages
storage
and
unit.
extents and pages. Okay, first
Extents.
extents, inside extents, you can see pages. Page is a basic allocation unit, guys. I'm sorry, basic storage unit. Okay, all your tables will be stored on pages only. Whereas extent is a basic allocation unit. SQL Server will give you an extent. Okay, what is the extent size?
64 KB.
64
sir.
KB.
64 KB.
Okay, 64.
Eight continuous data
Continuous
pages.
pages.
Yes, 8 continuous data pages. Very good. Okay, let me connect to this server 1.12. So we'll create a table today. Okay, Raghu. So there is no recording permissions. Okay, so I'm going to record. I'm going to share you the recordings with you. Okay, so nothing to worry. People still you are using. Okay, some people are asking, sir, I am unable to see this Windows button. What we have to do, guys? If you are unable to see the Windows button, tell me.
Click on a Windows button, sir. Keyboard.
Just simply hit your Windows button. Okay, sometimes while opening run, your local laptop run is going to open, guys. Be very careful. If you are still worrying, okay, right click on this on your Windows button, you can see run. Okay, so this is how you can open the virtual machine run, and everything you have to open in the virtual machine only, not in your laptop. Your laptop, we are going to use your laptop only for using a remote connections, RDP. Only we are going to use MSTSC in your laptop. Remaining, we don't use anything. So we don't open any my computers and all. Okay, so don't open any my computer and all in your laptop, guys. We are going to use my computer of your Windows machines only. Okay, so let's create one table. We are going to create one table, guys. So this time we'll create student table, a very small table, right, guys? Tell me, if I want to create a student table, how to track the student table, guys? What details you are going to track it? Tell me.
Sir, first of identify
Student
connect
number,
to
student number to student name.
Very good, guys. Whatever you know, just tell me. Okay, student
Student
number,
name,
student
first name,
okay, first name, last
phone number,
name, okay,
Student ID.
student ID, okay, fine, number, ID same, phone number,
Address.
address,
email,
email, very good. Next,
Gender, sir.
gender, very good. Next, stream, okay, very good.
Age.
Age, very good. COB,
Gender.
sorry, address, we have already added, yeah, address added, added.
Pass or fail, sir.
Pass or
Fee.
fail, okay, pass or fail. Fee,
Fee.
very important column. Fee is very important, you cannot forget. Next.
Important.
Yes,
Contact detail.
sorry, contact details. Yes, we have added. Yeah, we have added phone number. Next.
Okay.
What is that?
Group,
Plan.
sir.
Which plan?
Group.
Rank, sir.
Rank. Okay, done. Sri Chaitanya Parayana. Very good. Next. Next, guys.
Father name, sir.
Father name. Okay, done. Okay, father name.
Which group he is going to belong?
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so these are the main details, right? So What we are going to do now, we are going to simply create a table. If we want to create a table, sorry, blood group, okay, fine. No,
blood group.
blood group. Thank you. Okay. Right. So we are going to pull some details. We are going to store the details of this particular students, guys. So in that case, we are going to create. So first of all, yes, yes, please mute it, please mute it, please mute it, please mute it. Let me mute you all, guys. Let me mute you all. Right. Okay. So while creating the table, first we are going to design the table. What columns we have to include in the table. Okay. First we have to design the table. So in the organization, who will create the table, guys? Your developers will create the table. Or else if they don't have enough permissions, they will write the logic. Okay. And they will ask us to execute the script, guys. They will prepare a script. Usually as a DBS, we don't create any tables in the organization. It's not our duty. Sir, what column I have to include? Please tell me, sir. It's not our duty complete. It's not our complete duty. So the developers are going to be responsible for that. What tables, what is the table name, what columns they want to include. Depends upon their requirement. They are going to create the tables, guys. In case if they don't have enough permissions to execute the table scripts and all, they will ask us, hey DBA, can you please execute these scripts? So as a DBA, our responsibility is limited in creating the tables, guys. Will simply execute the script. So nothing to worry, sir, which columns I have to take in case if they ask us to create. We never create any table, and that is not our responsibility, first thing. But you have to know how they are going to create the table. Okay, you have to understand the things, right? So whatever columns they want to include, first they are going to mention like this, and based on that, they are going to create the table, guys. Now tell me, this S number has to accept which kind of data, guys?
Numeric data, sir.
Integer.
Right? So we have a data types in the SQL Server, guys. Let me explain this data types. Okay, so data types means what type of data the column is going to accept. What type of data the column is going to accept. Okay, in the naming you cannot give, okay, 1 2 3 and all, right? Of course, okay, UK side and all, and US side you can see what we can see, William 1 William 2, like this will be there. Okay. So sometimes naming is also is a kind of a numerics will be there in the name also, right? Agree. So in the same way, in the phone number, of course, numbers only it is going to accept. In the phone number you don't see any alphabets, right? Agree. In the age, in the email, of course you can see name and your particular numbers also, right? Agree. So in the gender, are you going to give any specific number in the gender, male or female? In case if you assign any number for male 1, female 2, like this, in case if you assign any number, you can see. So means each column fee column will accept the money, right? Money, in the money column you don't see any alphanumerics, simply you can see numbers, money. So each column will have a data type, guys. Data type means what type of data it has to accept. What type of data it has to accept, you have to define while creating the table itself. What type of data the column has to accept, you have to define while creating the table, guys. Okay. So it's very important. So that's why we are going to give 1 minute. What is this? Show contact. Just 1 minute, guys. I'm sorry. Right. Fine. So what type of data the column has to accept, you have to define while creating the table, guys. Okay, where is our server? Right. So this is our server, right? Let me connect to the server, guys. Let me connect to the server. Done. Okay, so let me open a new query. So each column, we don't create a table with these many columns. I'll create a 3 or 4 columns. Okay, I'll use 3 or 4 columns to create the table. The same concept we are going to follow, guys. Okay, so let's go for the SQL Server Management Studio, and let me create the table. Let me increase this font to 150%. Right. So what is the query, guys? if we want to do anything, if we want to execute anything, guys, we are going to use queries. Queries are scripts. Okay, we can call it as a query or script. Okay, so our command all are same only. Okay, so there is a create command. Okay, if you want to create a database, you can use create database name in the same way. I want this time I want to create one object called table. Okay, so now what is the command, guys? Create. As you want to
Create
create,
table,
yeah.
table,
So what
table
you
name.
want to create? I want to create a table. Of course, if you want to create table means you have to provide one table name, right? So the table
Yes.
name is student, guys. The table name is student. Okay, create table name. That's it. Fine, enough. Can we execute it now?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No.
We need to provide all
Of course,
columns and
table means
columns.
without columns we cannot create table, right? I have to give one column, right? At least student number column, at least one column should be there, right? So let's include three columns, 3 or 4 columns, guys. So if I want to include my columns, what I have to do, guys, here?
we need to open the bracket and
Yes,
the
correct.
column.
Okay. So what I have to do, I have to open a braces, guys, and I have to give the column names, what and all column names. Okay, right? Bracket. First column is student number. Of course, it is more applicable. Okay, student number. What kind of data it is going to accept, guys?
Integer.
Integer only, guys. Let me tell you.
Integer.
So what is this integer? I'll tell you, guys. Okay. So as you can see here, okay, as you can see, the student number contains numbers, guys. Okay, student number column contains numbers only. So in the SQL Server DBA, in the SQL Server, number kind of data, if you want to enter in the particular column, means there is a data type, guys. What is the data type? Integer. Integer will accept numbers, guys. It will accept numbers. Okay, right? Fine. Name column means in the name you can see alphabets, right? Alphabets and all, you can see this one also, alphanumeric and all. Okay, Williams 1, Williams 2, like this. Alphanumeric also will be there. For that, we are going to use varchar, guys. How many bytes I want to use? You have to mention the brackets. Okay, 100. If you mention 100, your name cannot be more than 100 bytes, guys. Okay, your name cannot be more than 100 bytes. For example, Suresh. Suresh means how many? 6, right? So if you give 50, what is the problem? You can give only up to 50 characters. It is going to accept, guys. If your name is more than, some people will have big names, right? So if the name is more than 50, again, it won't accept. It will throw the error. So like this, depends upon the number of characters. You can include the, and I want 100 characters. That's fine. Okay, right. So for naming things and all, you have to give varchar data types, guys. Okay. First name, of course. Tell me, guys, first name, what data type it is going to accept? First name. First name, varchar. Varchar, you can give varchar. Last name, you can give varchar. Phone number, guys. Tell me for phone number. Which one is good? Integer is good. Okay, you can give integer number for phone number. Okay, and of course address. Address. Tell me, guys. Address. Address contains numbers, store numbers, store numbers, contact numbers. Yes,
Alphanumeric, sir.
alphanumeric. So you can go for varchar. Varchar 500 like that. You can go address, right? You can have big address and all, right? And of course, email ID contains same email ID also contains varchar. Okay, you in the email you can see numbers also, right? So gender, male or female, you can go for char or varchar. Okay, stream, again text. Age, number, you can go for integer. DOB, number. See, guys, DOB kind of thing you can go for. There is a date function, date data type, guys. Date data type is there. Time data type is there. I want to enter time. At what time the student is coming to the school. Okay, at what time he is logging. At what time the employee is logging. I want to include a time also. So you can give time data type, guys, in case. Okay, so yeah. And fee, guys, tell me fee.
Decimal.
Decimal,
Money.
there is a separate data type called money.
Okay.
Money data type is there in the SQL Server, money. Okay, so we have decimal also. You can include, say, for example, height. I am going to take height of all the students: 172.29, 168.32, 122.54. So points, right? Decimals. There is a decimal data type also. Okay, there is a decimal data type also. Float, int, double, like this. Lot of data types are there. Lot of data types are there. So the regularly used data types are integer for numbers, varchar for names. Okay, and date data type, time data type, and money. Okay, and what else, guys? Float, Okay. Next.
And
Float.
Double.
Okay, double n varchar max, var binary max. Lot of data types are there, but these data types we are going to use regularly, guys. So for every column, you have to mention what kind of data it is going to accept beside the column name in the SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so now tell me, S number, student number. What is the data type?
Integer.
That's it, guys. Integer. Next, second column.
Name.
For every
Name.
column, you have to give
Student name, sir.
comma, guys. Each
Student
column has
name.
to be separated. Yes, each column has to be separated with commas. Okay, now S name or student name. Now tell me, guys, what data type it is going to accept?
Varchar.
Varchar.
Varchar,
Of
sir.
100 I am going to give for 100 characters. Okay, next,
Last name.
last name. Okay, that's fine. Very important column. Not last name, first name, and all. Very
Fee,
important
sir.
column.
Fee can we can take fee.
P. Okay, done.
We'll take a
Okay, fee. So again, it was discounted. This is the problem with my virtual Oracle virtual box, guys. Immediately I have to create Azure account. Okay, so fee column, what kind of data type it is going to accept, guys?
Integer.
You can give not integer. Actually,
Money.
there is a money
Decimal,
data
sir.
type. You can give money,
Money.
or you can give float. Sometimes fee is in the 499.99. So this kind of number figures will be there, right? I'm sorry, not float. Okay, let me give the column name fee, right? Fee. Either
Yes,
you
sir.
can give money or you can give float, guys. Okay, float will give you a decimal. Decimal, not float. Decimal you have to give. Here you can give decimal also, right? So that's it, guys. I just want to create a table with these three columns: student number, student name, and fee. These three columns. If you want to include more columns, include more columns, but at the same time, try to include the data type also. If you don't include data type, simply it will throw you the error, guys. Simply it will throw you the error. Now I want to execute, guys. What is the option? Execute option. Where I have to execute, guys?
Alt X, sir. Alt X.
Alt
Alt
X.
plus X.
Next.
Alt
I can use
V.
this option.
Execute option is the
F5, sir.
Very good.
button.
Super. Okay.
Alt
Guys,
V, sir.
very important thing. Very important thing. Very important thing, guys. Okay. So on which database you are executing this query is very important, guys.
Yes.
Yes.
If you don't choose particular database, now tell me in which database this table is going to be created, guys.
Master.
By
Master.
default master, sir.
By default master.
Okay. If you see here, you can see, okay, whatever queries you are writing, what database it is showing here, in that database, the table is going to be created,
Point store.
or in that database, your queries are going to be executed. By mistake, you want to delete one table. By mistake, you just deleted from another database, guys. Now, how much big crime it is? Okay, you are going to lose the job. That's it. That's the last day. See, creation, no issues. If I'm not saying you can create in another database also, but if you create it by mistake also, you can delete it. But if you delete the original table, guys, if you delete the customer's credit cards information, or if you delete the orders table, guys, that's it. Their business is going to like down, right? Very difficult issue, right? We cannot handle this kind of situations, guys. Very important, very important. Again, I'm saying, on which database, any script, the first thing you have to check, on which database I am going to execute this script. Customer is asking us to create a table. Okay, here we don't create any databases, right? Let me create one user database, guys. Okay, let me quickly create. In the Azure VMs, I have created a database last time, but it is not available, right? So students, or else what I can do, college. Okay. 1 minute, let me do like this. Sri Chaitanya Parayana College. Okay, right? So this is my database. In this database, I want to create a table, guys. This student table I want to create in the Sri Chaitanya Parayana database, guys. Okay, so in case if I want to create this table in this database, there are two ways. Right click, open new query window, and you can execute the same query, guys. Control A, Control C, you can go to here, Control V. This is one way, or else you can still change the database here, guys. Here you can change it to Sri Chaitanya Parayana database. Okay, so this is very important, guys. By mistake, if you select any other database while executing the scripts, very important scripts, sometimes developers will give you the scripts. Hey, can you please execute the script? The first thing you have to look into it is either the database is mentioned in that script or not. On the top of the script, guys, the first line of the scripts contains like this: use database name, use database name, Sri Chaitanya Parayana, go. Okay. So even though here master is there, okay, if there are these two lines are there, nothing to worry. Why? Because once you execute the script, of course you are going to execute the whole script, guys. Once you execute the script, automatically the database will be changed to Sri Chaitanya Parayana and table will be created in the Sri Chaitanya Parayana, guys. If you have 3 lines, if you want to execute all the lines, you can simply click on execute. Just click on execute, it will execute all the lines, guys. I want to execute a specific line, select the specific line and you can execute it, guys. Okay. Now if I execute, guys, now let me show you. Okay, in the master database, this table will be created. Let me show you. Execute. Okay, it was created. Commands completed successfully. And if you go to the master database, okay, there you can see the tables, guys. Okay, see here. dbo.student. What is this dbo, guys? What is this dbo?
Database object.
Schema name.
That's okay.
Schema,
That
sir.
is your
Procedure.
schema. Okay, database object only, but that is your schema. Your table name always. I just gave only table name, guys. I just gave student, but we got dbo.student. So this schema will be added by default. Okay, always your table name prefixed with the schema name, guys. Okay, so now if you see here in the Sri Chaitanya Parayana this one database, you don't see any tables. But my requirement is I want to create table in this database, guys. Okay, so this is the way you have to give the database name first and you have to go and you can execute. Or else simply open a query window from this database, guys. Right click, you can open a query window. I want to execute scripts, okay, on this database, right? From which database you want to execute scripts or commands, open a query window from the database. And once you open a query window, okay, here the database name will be changed to that particular database, guys. Okay, this is how we are going to do. And let me execute the whole thing now. Here it is showing master, but I can still execute it. Okay, see here, it will execute this step first, then go, it's a link, and next it will execute this step. Let me execute, guys. I'm going to use alt X. See here, the database context has been changed from master to Sri Chaitanya Parayana. Okay, the master is changed to Sri Chaitanya Parayana. Why? Because I gave the script. So if you found these 2 lines at the beginning of the scripts, sometimes I told you, right, users will give the scripts to execute. So make sure database name is mentioned on top of the script, guys. If not mentioned, ask them on which database I have to execute the script. Okay, then they are going to tell you the database name, execute the script, guys. Now if you see here, just refresh it, you can see the newly created table, guys. You can see the student table here. Very important. Select query, insert query, update query, delete query, whatever query it is, while executing, make sure you just select this particular respective database, guys. Okay, clear? So I want to read the data, guys. What is the query? I want to see whatever records are there in my table. I want to see, guys. What is the query?
Select.
I can
Select.
use
Select statement, sir.
to read the table. I can use select query, guys. Okay, select query. It will help you to read the particular table, guys. If you give star means it will pull the information of all the columns. Now you can see 3 columns are there, right? It will give information about all the columns, guys. Please mute it. If you don't have questions, please mute it. Okay. So it will give you the star. If you use star means it will give you the information of all the columns, guys. Not all the records. Of course, if it is pulling all the columns means you will get all the records information. Okay. From where? From table. Which table? From student table. Okay. So now if you execute it, okay. Now if you execute it, let's try to execute here. Okay. Now if you execute it, why, guys, we are getting this option error?
Database is model.
Because,
We
sir,
should not
this
select the
table
database.
is not available from model databases.
Yes. Okay.
So
So actually we have created the table in master database and we have created the same table in the Sri Chaitanya Parayana database. Okay. So where you have to search it, guys, in these 2 databases only you have to search it. You just created your table in the Sri Chaitanya Parayana, but you are searching your table in another database. Definitely you will get this error, invalid object name student. What is the table name? Student. So you will get this error, student. Okay. If you want to see, where is my error and all, just double click on it, the particular code will be highlighted, guys. Double click on it, the particular code will be highlighted. Okay, so it's very important, guys. In which database you have created your table, in the same database you have to search it. You are searching in different database, definitely you are going to get the error. Okay, so now let me change the context to Sri Chaitanya Parayana, and I am going to pull the information now. Let me execute again. Now you can see student number, student name, fee column. This is just a basic table, guys. Nothing is there. This is an empty table. It's just an empty table. Nothing is there inside this table. We haven't inserted any records. Just a structure. You can see a table structure. This is just a table structure, guys. Now I want to insert records. Chalo, let's insert some records. Okay. So what is the query, guys? Insert. I want to insert, right? Insert into table name. You have to mention, right? Which table? Student name. I want to insert values into the student table. Student. What you want to insert? I want to insert some values. Done. Insert into table name values. Chalo, let's try to include, okay, records, guys. Let's try to insert records. One, okay. Again, it was disconnected. Just 1 minute, guys. Right. Okay. So I want to insert records. Okay. Each record I have to insert, guys. For each record, all 3 values I have to insert. If you see here, please mute it, guys. Please mute it. Mute you all. If you don't have questions, if you have questions, ask, unmute and ask me. And once your doubt is clarified, please mute it, guys. It is going to record again in the video, so it will create some disturbance. Okay. Right. I have to give all these 3 values, guys. As my table contains 3 columns, I have to give 3 values. Okay. So let's try to insert one record. First record. Okay. So let's go with the Chiranjeevi. Okay. Okay. And his fees is 50,000. Right. So you have to close it. All 3. First number, student number, first one. Second one is student name, and name, guys, while giving the names, keep it in string. If you are giving a string value, string, you can call it as a name, character values. Try to keep it like this. In these brackets, you have to keep. While giving the names and all, you have to keep it in a single quotes, guys. Okay. Don't forget. It's very important. Otherwise, you don't accept the text and all. Right. So now let me try to copy this whole line. Let me include one more record, guys. Okay, so this time I'll change the record number to 2, Chiranjeevi to Balkrishna. Okay, and 55,000. His fees is 50,000. Let me insert one more record, third record. Okay, so let me change it to 3 and okay, and his fees is 40,000, guys. Let me insert. Let me change this to 40,000. Okay, and let me insert one more record, fourth record, and of course, right, his fees is 52,000, guys. Why 4? Let's go with the round figure, 5 records. Okay, insert 5th record and tell me, guys. Okay, and his fees is 60,000. Okay, chalo. I can execute all these records at a time, so that all these 5 records are going to be inserted in my table, or else you can execute one by one also, but executing one by one is not a good option. Let's try to execute all at a time, guys. Select it and you can go for execute button. See how many inserts you are executing, that many outputs you will get, guys. First record output, second record output, third record output, fourth record output, fifth record output, completion time. So this date, this time it was completed, guys. Now I want to see, last time there are no records in my table. Right now, let's see how many records are there. Now see here, guys. Total 5 records you got it, guys. Student number is 5. Up to 5 you can see, and student name and fees you can see. Clear, guys? Creating table is easy or difficult? Tell me.
Easy. Easy, sir.
Very easy, right? Chalo, let's create
Yes,
one
sir.
more table, guys. Okay, let's create one more table this time. Okay. Tell me what table we want to create.
Employee.
Employee table. Very good. Okay, tell me, guys. You have to tell me now what I have to do. Tell me.
create
ID.
table name, create table employee,
table
Create
name
table.
employee.
Employee.
Salary.
So I want to open the
Employee
columns, right?
employee ID,
Employee ID, very good. Integer,
integer,
comma,
employee
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 name,
name.
varchar
varchar
of
of
20,
Employee salary.
20 is enough. 20 characters is difficult, right? Ankam Rao, your name itself more than 20, right? Your complete.
yes sir.
Next, salary. Okay, let's go with salary.
Money.
Money, very good. Any other
Near
column will
float.
include address?
Float.
Floor,
Department, sir.
Department, very good, excellent, good column.
Gender, sir.
Organization.
Department.
Organization.
Okay, department will go with the where character
varchar,
of something. You can give 20 or 30 here, or 50 you can give. Okay, next, any other column?
Organization.
Gen-
Organization.
Address.
Okay, done. Let's find
Address.
organization name, dress or address.
Address.
Okay, that's it, guys. Okay, let's see, 5 columns will create. Okay, so same in the same database I want to create this table. Okay, so execute just, and if you see here there is error, it is showing. That means you can see here, guys. Okay, it is showing one error line, means something error is there here. Can you tell me what is the error? Very good. Okay, I just opened this, right? Come on, I have to create Azurium as early as possible. For you guys, you don't get this issue. I don't know, there is an issue with from my internet side. My internet, okay, I'm using Airtel. Okay, still having some issue. This keep on discounting, guys. I just opened the brackets for this and closed for this, but the whole bracket is open, still open, right? This bracket. So I have to give one more bracket here. So that's why it is showing the error. Okay, you can see error here. And let me close these brackets. That error will be gone, guys. Okay, now you can see here that red mark is gone. Okay, let me select this. I'm going to, again, what we have to check, guys, before executing,
database sir.
on which
Data-
database I'm
database, sir.
executing. Okay, before doing that, you
Yes,
can go
sir.
for path button, and you can just, if you see here, and execute now this table. And now you can see here, I don't see the employee table. I can only see student
Refresh
table.
it. Refresh it, sir.
Select tables, I can refresh it. I can see employee table also now. Okay, guys. So now I want to read the data from this employee. What is the query?
Select
Select.
Select star from employee.
employee.
Select star from employee.
Employee.
Okay, very good. Okay, select star from employee. So I can read it. So you can only see table structure, guys. Employee ID, employee name, salary, department, organization name, and all. You don't see the records and all. Agree? So let's include some inserts. Let's include some records. Insert into employee. Okay. Values. Very good. 1. Okay. So chalo, let's go with these participants today. Employee name. We have multiple participants. Let's go with the one by one. First participant is Divya. Okay, Divya. Okay. Salary, Divya, how much salary you want? Let's go with 8 lakhs package. Okay. Department, IT department. IT is a characters, right? So you have to keep it in a single quotes. And what is the other column, guys? Organization name.
Department.
Department is done. The department is done. Organization, let's go with the TCS. Okay, TCS. Done. Let's try to include other inserts. Okay, Control V. 5 records will go for it. Okay, second record, guys. Who is the second participant? Chidananda. Okay, let's go with Chidananda. Chidananda. Okay, Chidananda. Okay, so 8.5 lakhs package I'll give you, Chidananda. Same IT department. So let me go with the Infosys company. Infosys. Okay, third record. Who else? Shravan, Srinivas, Madhavi. Okay, let me go in this order. Shravan and Srinivas and Madhavi. Okay, third record, right? Fourth record and fifth record. Okay, so let me go with 9 lakhs package. Srinivas, 10 lakhs package. Madhavi in Germany, right? Let me go with the 30 lakhs package for Madhavi. Fine, Madhavi.
Yes.
General Motors. Okay, and What else, guys? Which company? Accenture. Okay, and let's go with the TCS again. Okay, let me insert all these values again, and let me execute it. Now you can see 5 inserts, right? So 5, you can see 5 rows, row affected and all. Now if I execute the same command, now you can see all the 5 records, guys. Okay, first record Divya, 8 lakhs package, IT department. Department is IT only. So now you can see there are 2 employees from TCS, Infosys, Accenture, General Motors. Okay, these are the employees. Okay, names and all, guys. So how to filter the guys, is it clear? Creating the table, inserting the values inside the table, executing the scripts. Is it clear,
Yes,
guys?
yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
clear.
Guys, there is another way also. Without selecting the database name here, without giving the database name in the command, there is another way also. Can you tell me? Can anyone tell me what is the other way to pull the table information?
You can provide the database name before
Hmm.
the table, sir.
Okay, very good, guys. Guys, okay. Even though you give some master database here, let me change it to master database. Okay, if you execute, of course, you will get the error as there is no employee table in the master database. Agree? I don't want to
Yes,
change
sir.
this database name. I don't want to give any scripting and all. I don't want to include the database name in the script. Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to do small modifications to this employee table. Okay, so I'll show you how to pull the data in the organization. Sometimes developers will pull the data like this also, guys. The complete table name is database name dot schema name dot table name, guys. Okay, instead of giving database name here, instead of giving database name in the scripting, you can give like this also. Where is my employee table? Yes. Okay, what is the database name? Sri Chaitanya. Okay, right. You will get the suggestion, guys. You can use the suggestion dot, what is the schema name? DBO is the schema name, dot table name, guys. Okay, database name dot schema name dot table name. Okay, this is the complete name of the table, guys. Okay, if you execute, still you will get the output, guys. See here, master is not changed, and we haven't used any database name also. You
Table
can
name,
give like this.
schema.
Yes, database name dot schema name dot employee name. There is another way also, guys. Can you tell me what is the another way? I'll give you 1 reward point. We can do small modifications to this also.
Directly use
Sri
Chaitanya.
Directly use Sri
Sir,
Chaitanya.
select star from Sri Chaitanya dot employee.
Very good, Sanjeev. Okay, correct. Okay, if it is a default schema, no need to mention, guys. If it is a default schema, no need to mention. Sometimes some custom schemas will be there. If custom schema means, guys, please reconnect. It is showing less than 1 minute. Please reconnect, guys.